Wolf Gang. Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. We back in this thing with a brand new video, man. Here's where most men fail at when dealing with women. Most men fail at this one thing. Well, it's other things too. But this is a big one, all right? This is where most men fail. Most men, with dealing with women, they become way too emotional. Too emotional. See, women are already emotional. They don't want you to be over emotional as well. Now, I'm not saying, you know, express how you feel in certain times and this and that. I'm not saying that, we're human. But what I mean by over emotional is like when, let's say, a woman leaves. Let's say a woman decides, you're dealing with a woman, she decides that she don't really, like, she pulls back. She don't really want to deal with you like that no more, or it could be anything. Maybe it's another guy involved, whatever. Well, what I mean by over emotional is that most guys would be like, oh, why are you leaving me? Who's this other dude? This and that. I thought we had something special. I took you to meet my mama, shit like that. That's how most dudes would be. But when you do that, all you're doing is signaling to the woman that she made the right choice by pulling away, by leaving, because you became too emotional. You became weak. You wasn't the guy that she thought you was, right? See, I always say emotion is like the ocean, right? Picture emotions like the ocean. When a woman gets in her emotions, that is equivalent to her drowning in the ocean, so to speak. Let's say she's drowning. Well, you have to be that emotional rock, meaning you have to be the one to rescue her. You have to be that lifeguard that keeps her from drowning, right? But if you're in your emotions as well, so when she gets in her emotions and you get in yours, that's equivalent to you jumping in the ocean and drowning with her. So now both of y'all drowning. Both of y'all need saving. Both of y'all need help, right? And it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So you have to be an emotional rock. You have, as men, we have to regulate our emotions. Not be a robot, but regulate them. We have to be in control of them. So going back to that example, let's say she pulls back. Let's say she leaves. And you may really like this girl. You may really have feelings for this woman. But you got to be strong and you got to give her that space when she do, right? You got to recognize, okay, especially if it's not your fault, especially if you really didn't do nothing, right? Sometimes women just kind of get caught up in their feelings over, it could be anything, and they'll just pull away. But especially if you know you didn't do nothing, well, you just got to give her space and realize, okay, it's not me, right? She must be going through some things. It could be that time of the month. It could be another dude who she's going through some things with, and you're just right here caught in the crossfire. It could be anything. You never know. That's why you don't chase her. You don't try to beg her or try to understand her like right then and there. You got to give the woman some space, right? When the woman gets emotional, okay, baby, I'm going to let you deal with that. I'll be right here when you come back. That's how it has to be. And then when she comes back, she'll let you know what's wrong. She'll let you know this and that, why she was in her feelings. But you just got to maintain your position, your masculinity. You got to make sure that you don't start putting yourself in a position where it seems like she's above you and you're beneath her, where you're chasing her validation, where you're wondering what went wrong and what you can do to fix it. See, dudes be trying to fix it so much that they end up breaking it even more, right? Especially in a moment. Like, you gotta, if she's in her emotions, you gotta do the opposite, right? You can't jump in yours. You gotta be able to hold on to your dignity and your respect, Okay. And this goes with just like anything, not just with women, but you got to be in control of your emotions. You got to know when to speak up, when to probably walk away, especially in arguments. Dudes who put their hands on women, those are over emotional guys. Those are weak guys, right? If she could get you that riled up to where you got to put your hands on her, yeah, that shows femininity, right? Those are traits of the feminine, getting over emotional and putting your hands on a person. Like, nah, that's not how it is. In those situations, when you get in an argument with a woman, or let's say she disrespects you or something, it could be anything. You don't raise your voice, you don't raise your hand, you don't do none of that. You just raise up and get the hell out of Dodge. That's pretty much it. You just got to learn how to walk away, right? Because silence hurts louder than any word you can say, hurts louder than any punch you could throw. Silence, walking away, right? And that sends a message where, look, I'm going to be good with or without you. I'm in control of my emotions. I know who I am. See, a lot of times, too, women will test you. I talked about this, too. Women will test you, especially if you come across as cool, calm, collected, confident, comfortable in your skin, you're masculine. Well, they're going to test you. They're going to be like, okay, well, let me see, right? Let me see if I can get him riled up somehow. Or let me see if he'll chase me. Or let me see if I could throw him off his masculine frame. They'll do those things. And this tends to happen when a woman, either before she catches major feelings for you or after she has already failed for you. She's going to test you. She's going to make sure she failed for the right one. Okay, if you really stand on your own 10 toes like you say you do, or you just all talk. Because a lot of niggas be all talk. So you don't want to be that type. You got to show her, right? It's like when a teacher, when you're taking a test back in school, right? You would study, you would learn the stuff, right? Then what? At the end of the month or the end of the week, what happens? A test, right? That's how it is with a woman. Everything can be going good. Y'all studying each other. Y'all learning about each other. She's like, okay. I think he might be the one. But first, let me test this nigga. Let me see. Let me see if he pass. Then once you pass, okay. She's like, okay. But that's what happens, man. That's what happens. That's one way they'll test you. That's why you got to be careful with those things. All right. I know it's mind games. Dudes be like, oh, I don't want to, a girl that tests me, I'm just gonna leave her, I ain't gonna. But chances are, right? Sometimes you won't even know that she's testing you if you're not advanced. You won't know. And if you really got feelings for the woman, when she starts to test you, chances are you're not just gonna, well, I'm done. I don't like tests. No. You either gonna stay and pass or fail, right? And then whatever happens, happens. That's how it goes, right? That's just how it is. They're going to test you. So, hey, you ain't got to play the games, That's why I say you maintain your emotions. You maintain your composure, right? And then you just let them do them. And eventually, hey, they'll be okay. Emotions are temporary. Emotions are fleeting. Emotions are energy in motion, right? So that energy has to be released. So emotions is a good thing, right? Emotions from a woman means she's emotionally invested. And that's what you want. You want a woman that's emotionally invested. If she's very indifferent towards you, if she don't care what the hell you're doing or what you're doing, who you're doing it with, then okay, she just don't care about you, right? She's not going to argue. She's not going to get emotional. She's not going to do none of that. She's just going to let you do you, all right? So if a woman is getting emotional, she's arguing with you, she's cussing you out, shit, chances are she's emotionally invested, right? And believe it or not, that's right where you want a woman. Now, you don't want the toxic part of it. You don't want to have to keep, dealing with the toxic shit, but at the end of the day, that's what comes with the territory, man. When a woman catches feelings for you, that's what happens, all right? So I just think that was a quick video for y'all, man. If y'all made it this far, I want you to put emotional rock, because when you're dealing with women, you have to be an emotional rock. That's what they're looking for, right? A leader, somebody that could drag them and carry their own selves to the promised land. That's what they're looking for. All right. So like, comment, subscribe. You know, give your boy some feedback down below. To the next video. It's lit.